Hey guys, we are back with Changeling, this time bad ending number 4, and we're actually back in chapter 1, if you can believe it. No loading of previous saves, no choices picked yet. This is the very first choice in chapter 1 of William's Route. And this time we talk about comedy, so maybe it'll be a happy bad end. We can hope, right? To be honest, I like them too. Especially Much Ado About Nothing, actually. It's one of my favorites. The banter is probably some of the most entertaining dialogue I've ever read. And it probably sounds silly, considering I've never once thought about a career in acting, but I'm pretty sure the part of Beatrice was made for me.
I can definitely see that.
I grinned at him. It's true. Right? Born to speak all mirth and no matter. It's no matter. It don't even matter. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now we're gonna go through some choices we've done before. Once again, this is all stuff from the good ending, actually. That's nice to see. Okay, this is a new choice. No way, it definitely wasn't William's fault. He looked at me with surprise. Then... Look, the canister of brushes fell over by itself. We were just sitting at his desk talking when it did. And I went to pick up the brushes. I think things were just stacked precariously, and the canister falling kind of set off everything else. I have no idea why the solvent cap was missing. Someone must have forgotten to put it back on. I organized the supplies on the table myself. Oops. Maybe someone else was looking for something and rearranged them? She rubbed her forehead. Would someone please open the window? That solvent is giving me a headache. She turned back to me with a look on her face that said she wasn't going to accept that reasoning. I appreciate your hypothesis, Nora. If possible, could the two of you clean up the mess without destroying anything else? Yes! Right away! I'm really sorry. Be quick about it, please. Everyone else to your seats. After a few more curious and amused glances cast our way, everyone else took their seats. Miss Terrell took position at the front of the class and started to explain the day's assignment. William and I were left to clean up the mess. He looked at me anxiously.
You didn't have to do that.
I lowered my voice as I returned the brushes in my hand to the canister. Yeah, I did. That wasn't your fault.
It was, though.
I'll go get the paper towels. Okay, are we back to you raising your voice? No, not yet. Okay.
You should go to your desk. I'll clean this up.
I said I'm going to help. So... Okay, now are we back? There we go. Please! Just let me clean it! Okay, back to good ending stuff. It's a good sign, it's a good sign. Spencer. Okay. Spencer, positive answer. For you, Mom. Okay, that's from one of the bad endings. This one is... Oh. I keep fighting with Spencer. Now we're gonna throw Spencer under the bus. This one is follow him for sure. And then another new choice. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? There was nothing in the hall that I could see. Just a dead end. Empty space. But I definitely didn't want to assume everything was fine. He was standing there as if looking around at someone no one else could see. And given that I knew that feeling all too well, goosebumps rose on my arms, even beneath the jacket, just thinking about it.
I was just,
I don't want to pry. I really didn't, but I took a step closer anyway. The look on his face really bothered me. I just saw you earlier, and something seemed wrong. Is everything okay?
Well...
Okay, we're back. Alright. Ooh. Compliments for our boy. Good. I love to see that. This one is... Oh, a new one for Guess. Fun. Well, I heard you beat up a ghost with a monkey wrench.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
She laughed as if remembering something funny.
That was a pretty good one. Nora, don't believe every story you hear.
Whoa, what? Gus wrapped an arm around his neck and dragged him down to mess up his hair.
Hey now, are you saying it's not true? You always exaggerate. Hey, since when do you talk back to me? Is Miss Faerie over here being a bad influence on my protege? That's not it. Huh?
I bit back a laugh. It was so weird. Hey, what's that, William? You want to say that a little louder? Mr. Protege. Okay, this one is from the good ending. You people ain't cheap. You want my dreams and my love and things. Alright, we're gonna leave William and Guess to it today. And then... Ooh, a new choice. We can talk about something else. I didn't know what to say. Should I ask what was going on? I didn't know if he wanted to talk about it. I ran my thumb around the plastic lid of my coffee. We can talk about, We both stopped awkwardly as we tried to speak at the same time thing. You first.
I was just going to ask how you are. I mean, are you okay? That drifter scared you, right?
Drifter?
It's what we call the ones that float in on the currents this time of year. They don't usually stay in town for very long.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm fine. He didn't really do anything. I shot William a sidelong look. What about you? You look upset.
Well, it's just... more haunts have been destroyed.
You mean besides just the ones at the school? He nodded. Okay. Oh, we're not back yet.
It was reported to the agency this morning.
Is that what you're doing out here with Guess? Okay, music's changing, so that's probably a good sign. It's a good sign. Ah, another new choice with Mom. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't. He definitely was cute. Or attractive, however you wanted to say it, but... even if I was interested, which I'm not saying I am, I don't think he'd be interested back. He has a lot going on right now.
I'm not asking if he's interested in you.
Do you think I'd want to talk about some guy I like but who doesn't like me back?
Unrequited love is valid too.
Here, here, Mom. Say it louder for the people in the back. I don't do unrequited love. That stuff is just depressing.
Oh, come on. You don't do any sort of love. I'm your mother. I'm supposed to help you through those kinds of things.
There's no way I'm wasting my time moping after someone who's not interested. I have better things to do. Besides, do you really want to hear me cry to you about some boy?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm not falling for someone just so you can get some weird maternal joy from helping me through a broken heart. That's demented.
You are no fun at all.
You are definitely a sadist.
Your father's never complained.
Oh, dang! Get it, Mom! Oh, that was great. Ew! Ew! No! Mom! Oh my god!
I'm just saying.
You're evil! She cackled gleefully. Why is Nora's mom me if I was a mom? I love her. Love her. She's the best. No contest. Okay. Auntie Spencer answer today. And now I gotta flip my notes over because I couldn't fit all the options on one piece of paper. Because I'm old school like that. I write all my stuff down on paper. Okay, it's not okay. You know me and my sticky notes. Okay, this one is agreeing with William from the good ending. Good. And thankfully this time I don't say nothing. I at least take his hand. It's not as nice as a hug, but at least I'm taking his hand. That was just so... That wasn't okay. None of it. Without thinking about it, I reached for his hand. The split second before I touched it, I remembered the way he jerked away last time, but I took it anyway. William jumped, but didn't pull away this time. Instead, he reached over and covered my hand with his, lacing his fingers through mine in a gesture that genuinely surprised me. I squeezed his fingers, unsure what I should say.
It's okay if you don't say anything. Sometimes it's okay to not say anything.
It's true, sometimes just being there for someone is all that's required. I want to say a lot of things, though. I just don't know how. He smiled at me, a little sadly.
I know.
Aw, that was cute and wholesome, too. I liked it. Alright. And this option we haven't done yet, either. I gave her a grateful smile. She knew me way too well. I'd really like that, actually. I mean, if you aren't too busy. They always let us rest out the day before Samhain, since we'll be out late the night after. Good to hear they're not literal slave drivers. They're not. I mean, it's nothing like that. It's work we agreed to, and we do get paid. They're so understaffed anyway, so helping out is really for everyone's benefit. And it's nice to be able to feel like we're making a difference. Allie gave me a sidelong look. Maybe after the holiday we can see about you starting to help out too. With more than just the basic club stuff of running around the school making sure other students aren't being dorks. I wasn't sure I even wanted to. What if attacks like the one I'd experienced were just par for the course? I couldn't handle that happening all the time. Then again, maybe the issue was just that I didn't know how to defend myself. But I shouldn't have to constantly be on guard defending myself. That wasn't how life was supposed to be. Nora? Oh, sorry. I'm just really tired. Anyway, yeah, we can talk about that. Right now, I'm just really looking forward to the holiday being over and done with. Me too, for sure. Interesting. In a few of the other routes, Nora's been very gung-ho about, like, I'd like to do more than just clean the club room, velos. But in this one, she's like, I don't know about that. Ah, another new option. Pillow, no drooling on William today. I could try anyway. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd be able to get, but I wasn't sure I was going to make it through class with how I currently felt. Okay. Just wake me up before the bell.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay. Trying to ignore that he was right there, I leaned over and laid my head against one of the pillows. I shut my eyes, but paranoia got the better of me. I opened them and looked up at him. He'd opened a book and was reading again, but looked my way when I shifted. He smiled gently. No.
Don't worry. I'm not watching.
Okay. I laid my head back down and shut my eyes. Of course, as soon as I was actually trying to go to sleep, a million thoughts were running through my head, keeping me awake. A million thoughts are keeping me awake. Sorry, I had to. The attack, Spencer, talking with Allie in the car, potions, her insistence we tell Gus and Velo something, anxiety about how that would go. William shifted again, and suddenly his weight was gone from the sofa. I opened one eye and realized he was right in front of me, crouching down. What are you...
It's okay.
He gently touched my forehead and just like, sleep.
Just relax.
My eyelids drooped as soon as he touched me. Man, can you show me how to do that? Or how, more specifically, how my husband can do that so that he can just like, boop, go to sleep? That would be so useful. They slowly shut and I was almost instantly asleep. I didn't even have time really to think about what he was doing. Sleep, sleep. I woke to the feeling of someone gently shaking my shoulder.
Nora. Nora?
I sat up suddenly, my head colliding with someone else.
Ugh!
Clutching my forehead, I glared at the culprit. Elliot, what the heck? Where did you come from? What happened? William was supposed to wake me up. What the heck? Also, hi. It's been a while? Elliot? What are you... Still a little groggy, I looked around the club room. Where's William?
Oh, he got called away. Have you met Gus before?
Yeah, a couple of times.
She had to talk to him. I saw him in the library, and he told me I should wake you up before class started.
He smiled slightly.
You sleep like a baby.
I'm betting I sleep like a really tired high school senior.
That too. Glad to see I'm not the only one who isn't a morning person.
Ugh, I think I'm becoming even less of one these days. Elliot just laughed.
Wanna walk to class together?
Yeah, sure. I wasn't expecting you to make a play, but okay, sure. I stretched and yawned, feeling a bit better than I had. It hadn't been a long nap, but I definitely felt energized. Hi, William. We reached literature a little early, but there were a few other students already there. Allie and Danny were by his desk across the room chatting. She looked up and waved as we entered. I wondered if they were discussing agency-related things. They looked pretty serious. Alright, but then class started, not long after that, so we're at it again. That's interesting. That makes me wonder if Gus came in when William and Nora were asleep together and she was just like, nah, I'ma let him sleep. Which, if that's the case, kudos to Gus. Okay, where am I in the stream of time? Of course I trust you. Nice, I'd love to see that. So many good options being had. This one, we've done both before. I'm fleeing, I'm not looking at that face. And I'm gonna try to talk to you. I haven't done this. No, I haven't. Good morning. I almost didn't say anything, but I didn't care what else was true in our lives right now. He was my brother. It was stupid to be afraid to even speak to him.
I guess.
He looked away, refusing to meet my eyes, but still, as far as answers went, that wasn't the worst I'd ever gotten. I started past him.
Sounded like you had a rough night.
I glanced back at him curiously. His expression was always so difficult to read. He didn't seem angry or anything, but he was definitely studying my face intently. Is that so?
You were making a lot of noise. Talking to yourself.
I grimaced. Making noise, huh? Guess that answered that. I had definitely tried to get out of my room.
I hope you're not planning to sneak out again anytime soon. After what happened last time.
Sneaking out was never my plan to begin with. I haven't been doing it on purpose anyway. Besides, I already have a solution to that, so you don't have to worry about it. The next time you see me doing it, you could always, I don't know, wake me up. I shot him a dry smile. Just a thought. I went past him and down to the kitchen before he could answer. Well, that went, actually, better than I thought it would. Really? I gotta kick the brownie away? Things were going so well. Darn it. Sorry, brownie. I don't wanna. But I do want to have lunch with you, William. And... a new choice. Oh, if you want, I can give you money for my half. William shook his head.
You don't have to do that. I'll pay for it.
You don't have to pay for my lunch.
I know I don't have to. But just this one time, I want to do it. Is that okay?
He gave me such a surprisingly earnest look that I wouldn't have been able to say no even if I wanted to. Of course it's okay.
Thank you.
I gave him a teasing grin as I took his arm and pulled him the rest of the way to the club. You're not supposed to say thank you to me for letting you buy me something. He smiled back, cheeks flushing as he followed me down the hall. Too cute. Such wholesome moments. Only for things to go bad somehow. Things are going so well. What's gonna happen? So many good ending choices. Okay, ignoring you. Okay, Spencer listened to us. Good. Okay, offering album cleanup's not the best. Alright, another new choice. Little anti-Spencer, but it's fine. Does it have to be right now? Is there a problem with that? Class is about to start. Can't we just do it in your club? No! No. Why not? What's wrong with the club? There is no way we can talk in there. I couldn't even begin to imagine the freak out if I took my possibly normal but possibly not brother, who might be very suspicious of the paranormal, into the club room. Allie still hadn't even laid out a particular plan for dealing with him yet, so I didn't even want to go there without at least mentally preparing myself. Forget it. I knew this was a bad idea. He started away. Spencer, wait! Ugh. I trotted after him, catching his arm. He glared at me. Come on, don't do this. I want to talk to you, but... Didn't you have questions about the club, too? You're the one who thinks it's suspicious, so do you really think it's the best place to talk about it? At this rate, I couldn't even begin to pretend there wasn't some big secret. Look, I want to clear the air between us, but I think we first need to talk about our issues before we start throwing the club into the mix. Believe me, that's an entirely different issue. One thing at a time? He chewed the inside of his cheek. Fine. Where then? Tonight, I don't want to talk at home. Then where and when? What about after school? You have work. What are you going to tell Dad? That you need the day off so you can discuss this with me? Look, let's plan to ride to school together in the morning. We can talk in the car. Spencer made a face. I'm doing the best I can here. Fine. I cast a look toward the club and decided to just go back downstairs for now. There was barely any time left anyway. Let's get out of here. This place creeps me out. Spencer gave me a curious look. I'm still creeped out, man. It's spoopy. Okay, now I gotta give William some space. And then tell him I trust him, which is great. Nope, only saved us. He's lost his chorus. Ah. And now, our last choice. Fleeing the room to safety. I couldn't chance it. I knew what this thing was going to do if it caught me, and I didn't even know how to work that amulet. I needed to get out of my room. My only option was through the bathroom. The moment I saw the ghost shift toward me, I bolted for the bathroom door, kicking it open, then slamming it behind me. Something hit it seconds later. Whoa. That thing did not look solid. I flipped the lock, then skittered away from it just in case those ghostly arms could reach through and grab me. I backed to the sink, gripping the edge tightly with both hands as I stared down the floor. Everything was dead quiet. I really need to not use the word dead.
Nora!
I straightened instantly. Did someone just say my name? I glanced over my shoulder slowly. I don't even know what I expected to see. Creepy ghost lurking in the mirror, ready to grab me, probably. Instead, it was me, but I shivered and stepped back. Why are my eyes blue? What is that? It wasn't me in the mirror.
Nora! Sleep.
Who are you? Who? I doubled over, gasping for air as darkness closed in on me. My head drooped as extreme sleepiness washed over me. That voice was the same one I heard in my dreams. Who are you? What are you doing in my body?
It was my body first, you know.
Everything faded. Sounds, feelings, sights. I could still see, but it was like looking through a foggy window. I was suddenly a stranger in my own body, watching the world through eyes that weren't mine while someone else was in control. She straightened and my gaze met that of two ice blue eyes in the mirror. Blue eyes set in a face not unlike mine, but that was framed in wild ghost white hair. It was a face that was painfully familiar. But how? How is she real? Hi, brother. The door to Spencer's side of the bathroom opened.
Nora, what are you?
He froze as our head turned toward him. His lips trembled and he went completely white.
You.
My body moved toward him, and despite how terrified he looked, he didn't move. Just like a deer trapped in headlights. I reached out two long, pale fingers toward him.
No.
His voice came out as a croaking groan.
I intended to stop by to see you before I left anyway. We can't have you seeing us anymore.
I set two fingers over his good eye, and he didn't seem to even have the strength to fight back as I swept them through. Oh no! I took his other eye! That's bad. No! No! Stop! I heard his scream as reality completely faded to black. Man, that's horrible. Spencer, I'm sorry! We were so close to greatness. Oof. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Oh, there was something about sight, right, for this ending? The price of Faerie sight. I wondered if that was somehow related to Spencer's eye. Oh, no. Ooh, Will-o'-the-Wisp next time. Oh my goodness, so many bad endings. Alright, another bad ending done. It was mostly a bad ending for Spencer, really. Alright, until next time.